Hello and welcome to another Blu-ray haul. We have put another month behind us, and with a new month comes new movies. Now, I have picked up some great pickups, at least in my opinion, for the month of February. So I want to share those with you. So let's get started. Welcome once again. My name is Austin, and this channel is all about helping you to dig deeper and go further to better understand faith and film and everything that's in between. If that sounds exciting to you, make sure you click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future content. I had an amazing month of pickups for this past month, and I cannot express enough how much I love the store that I got pretty much all of these pickups from. That is Huber Music and Video. They're a store in the Huber Heights area out in Dayton, Ohio. So if you're anywhere near there, check out that store. I'm going to put a couple of pictures up on screen while I'm talking about it. The store is fantastic. They have Blu-rays, DVDs, 4Ks, TV shows, collectibles, video games, vinyl, posters, like all this stuff. And it's just wall to wall. It's a crammed little store, but at the same time, it's just filled to the brim with amazing films and great deals on all kinds of stuff as well. Every time I go in there and I buy stuff in there, it makes me not want to buy anywhere else because their prices are so good. So without further ado, let's start sharing my pickups that I got. First, we have Black Widow on 4K. I got this for I think $13 or something like that in there, and it came with the slipcover as well, which is really cool. Thanks to this one, and also show here, I got Shang-Chi on Blu-ray. I would have liked to get this one on 4K, but it's okay, it's still on Blu-ray. So now with both of these, my Marvel Cinematic Universe is up to date. I know that Eternals came out also in the month of February. I just haven't gotten that one yet, but I will be picking it up eventually, probably when I go back to the store in a few months and can get it for a much better deal than it is online. Next, we have The Suicide Squad. Another one, I got this for like $15 at their store, which is awesome. I really liked this Suicide Squad movie. I like the direction they're going with these. I hope they keep making them because I liked Suicide Squad for what it was, but I really liked The Suicide Squad. They do such a cool job with the characters. You never know who's safe, who's going to die, that kind of thing. James Gunn does a really good job with the action. The humor is also on point, and I love all the jokes in this one. So great movie. I've heard this is one of the best 4Ks to come out last year, so I'm excited to give this one a watch. Next, we have Cruella, also on 4K. Again, got this one at that store for I think $12 or something like that. So this is one of my wife's favorite movies to come out last year. I also really enjoyed it. So I knew it was one I'd want to get for the collection for both myself and her enjoyment. So really good Emma Stone performance in this one. Really kind of unique twist on the live action stuff. One of the more unique adaptations of live action that Disney has done recently. So I definitely want to support anything that's going in a different direction rather than just rehashing the same thing. So maybe we'll get some more of this world with that Cruella, but until then, really enjoyed that movie. Glad to have that one in the collection. Next, this is one of the best deals I got at that store. I got this for $8 or $9, I think, and this is one that I just talked about in my live stream that I did last few weeks ago with my brother and brother-in-law, and just really enjoyed what they did with this movie. It sets it up as if it's going to be kind of a John Wick action revenge flick, but it's not. It's a much more thought-provoking exploration of that loss and grief that kind of comes with something like a John Wick setup, where Nicolas Cage plays this recluse who lives in the woods with his truffle hunting pig, and someone comes and kidnaps it one day and he wants to get the pig back. So I guess in that premise alone, that could very easily have been, especially with Nicolas Cage being in the main role, a John Wick revenge flick type thing. But instead, it's a much deeper, more thought-provoking, cathartic exploration of grief and loss, and you get some beautiful scenery along the way. Nicolas Cage gives a fantastic performance, so this is one I thoroughly enjoyed when I checked it out not too long ago, and was one I definitely wanted in the collection. That's not the only Nicolas Cage movie I picked up this month, because Nicolas Cage had quite a year between Pig and then this one, Willys Wonderland. Willys Wonderland, I had such a fun time with, and this was one I knew I wanted to get. So again, got this for a great deal at the used store, I think $7 or $8, something like that. So this is a really fun one. Nicolas Cage plays this just drifter who just kind of rolls into this town one day. His car breaks down. He doesn't have the money to pay to fix it. And so they say, hey, well, we'll fix it for free for you if you work overnight in this Chuck E. Cheese type thing called Willys Wonderland and just clean it for the night or whatever. We're trying to reopen it. So he does. And it turns out the animatronics in here are possessed by demons or something like that and are trying to kill him. So it's him fighting for his life in there. Then you got some stupid teenagers who sneak in there too to try to help and just become fodder for the animatronics. So really fun one, just kind of like ridiculous horror adventure action type thing. The coolest thing about this one is Nicolas Cage does not utter a single word throughout the entire film, which just makes it all the more interesting and hilarious. So this is one I definitely recommend checking out if you're looking for something kind of ridiculous and fun at the same time. Next, we have a great animated movie that came out last year on Netflix and actually got a physical release, which is awesome. And that is The Mitchells versus the Machines. Netflix does not put out too many Netflix doesn't put out too many physical copies of their stuff, but I think this, because it was like a Sony title, they were able to do that through distribution. So this is a great animated movie done by the people who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and the Lego movie. So the animation is on point, some of the best animation I've seen in a while. I just love the way they do something entirely unique every time these guys do an animated film. I mean, the Spider-Verse movie has great animation. This one has great animation. The Lego movie, it's brilliant. So it's just breathtaking animation. And then you also get a really cool, down-to-earth, just dysfunctional family that you get to follow along on this adventure as they are driving across the country to drop their daughter off at film school for college. So you get a lot of really cool film references within the filmmaking community. But at the same time, there's a robot apocalypse and robots are taking over the world. So it's just a ridiculously fun premise, great animation, really fun story along the way, and great themes about family, which, if you know me, I'm a big family guy, so I love when family themes come into play. So I love this one. I got this. This was like, it's normally like 20 something bucks, but I found this for $12 at that store that I love so much. So really excited to have that one in the collection. And then final pickup from that store, Attack on Titan is one of my favorite animes. I'm not a huge anime guy, but I do really like some of them. And Attack on Titan is definitely my favorite of the bunch. And they're getting ready to wrap up the final season. I'm working on catching up now. So now that they're going to be finished with the show, and I think there'll be 4 seasons in the end, I want to collect it for my own collection. So I found the complete season 3 of Attack on Titan at that store. This is listed on Amazon for like 40 something bucks, and they had it at the store for like 22. So it was a huge steal. Basically got it for half off of what the regular retail price on it would be. So if you're someone out there who notices when stuff goes on sale or good deals on Attack on Titan season 1 and 2, let me know, because I want to get those as well. There's some awesome themes on humanity, the lengths at which we're willing to go to save one another, to do horrible things to one another, all these kinds of things. It explores some very deep and tough themes to consider. So it's a really good show. I really enjoy it. I'm enjoying the final season now. The show just continues to get better and better. So picked up season 3, and then we'll hopefully soon pick up the rest of the show as well. Final pickup for this month was one that my wife got me for Valentine's Day because she knows the way to my heart, and that's through movies. So she got me Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on 4K. This is one that I've been wanting to pick up recently and have been wanting to watch. So I'm glad that she got it for me so I didn't have to. So thank you to my wife for picking this one up for me. I'm going to be watching it very soon. And I'm very excited for the sequel to come out soon because this just, again, like Mitchells versus the Machines, brilliant animation in the style of like different comics and stuff like that. And it seems like the animation is just going to get even wilder in the sequel. Really interesting story, really unique take on the Spider-Man character and persona of the different interpretation within Miles Morales of how kind of anyone can be Spider-Man, like, you know, it's within you kind of thing. So it's always a choice. And I just love the themes that they did for this movie. I didn't love it the first time I watched it, but kind of in doing some research on it, video essays, reviews, all that kind of stuff, came to love it afterwards. So I'm really excited to give this one a revisit before the new one comes out later this year, and I'll thoroughly enjoy that. So those are all my pickups. I had another big month, a lot of 4Ks, a lot of Blu-rays, some TV along the way. Great pickups, super excited about each and every one of those, especially because I saved a lot of money by going to that one store. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, because I always appreciate that. And make sure you share some of your pickups from the month in the comments down below, because I love reading about what other people picked up as well. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one.